Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here to learn about your Adviceworks client portal. Satera has won awards for their top of the line technology for their advisors as well as their clients. So wanted to create a webinar designed to show you how to take full advantage of all the capabilities to enhance our time spent together and strengthen our partnership as we plan for your goals. As you know, my name is Tori, and my team and I create financial plans for our clients and help them to implement those plans. Wherever you are in your life and whatever goal I'm helping you to plan for, whether that's planning for retirement, saving for college, distributing your assets to you in retirement, preparing for long-term care, paying off credit cards, etc. Adviceworks is a great tool to help keep us on track. Adviceworks is designed to help bring clarity to your financial picture, no matter what that looks like today, so that you can better align your strategy with your goals. Adviceworks has 6 main features, and we'll go through each one of these in greater detail this evening. So 1, you can view all your accounts in one place for a comprehensive financial picture, 24/7, whenever you'd like. Second, create new goals, or you can update existing goals as your life changes. Third, plan for complex financial scenarios. 4, store and share documents in your secure online vault. 5, easily collaborate with your financial advisor, myself, Alex, and Brandon. And finally, measure your progress in real time. So we'll go again through each of these in greater detail throughout our time together. To get onto Adviceworks, visit our website. So down here is our URL, www.toriandalex.saterainvestors.com. And on the top right corner, click Account Access. And this will take you to the home page where you will enter your email address and your password. One thing to note is that I have to send you an invite to enroll first if you're not already on here. So after our webinar, I'll send those who haven't set up their portals yet invites to do so. Satera, my team and I take your trust and security very seriously. Your personal and financial information on Adviceworks is protected and monitored continuously with robust security solutions and processes that adhere to regulatory requirements and industry best practices for cybersecurity. There's multi-factor authentication, and with your outside assets that are linked, Satera is committed to collaborating with outside providers for cloud-based financial technology services to ensure that your confidential data remains secure. You can securely share personal documents with your advisor from our cloud-based vault at any time from anywhere. Your information is protected using data encryption, so technology that scrambles the data, making it unreadable to unauthorized parties. And Adviceworks is regularly scanned for any vulnerabilities that could be exploited. If you're like me and many others, you likely have many accounts set up for various reasons that play their own roles, housed with different banks or investment companies. Maybe you have old retirement accounts from different employers, etc. There are likely accounts in many different areas, which isn't a bad thing, but we want to account for everything when we're planning and have at least one place where we can get a bird's eye view of your entire financial picture. And through Adviceworks, you can link accounts to get a comprehensive picture of your total net worth right from your dashboard when you log in. If you're working with my team and I from a financial planning perspective, which most of you are, you can view your probability of success from your dashboard as well, on the right-hand side here, called My Roadmap. From checking and savings accounts to your mortgage balance, college loans, to 401k accounts, and more, your linked accounts will automatically update with the most current values. In addition to your big picture, you can leverage budgeting tools that give you clarity into transactions, spending habits, and cash flow. There's some great reporting that can give you some insight into what your typical month, quarter, and year looks like in terms of spending, so that you can get a clear picture of what you might be able to save or redirect toward your goals. To link outside accounts, click on your My Accounts tab and scroll down to the Link Accounts button. Then you can search the company that a specific account is held at. Then you can input your credentials so that your username and password are identified with that specific company. Then you can view that account on Adviceworks and see the values updated on a daily basis. So from there, once you have your accounts linked, on Adviceworks, you can also create your goals, and as your life might change, you can also go in and edit your goals at any time. So your goals meaning kind of specifically what things you want to accomplish, and then how much you will need in terms of money to accomplish them, and what year and for how long you need them for, or to be funded for. To edit your goals in your financial plan, go to the My Roadmap tab and click Create/Edit Goals. There you can fill in your goals based off of your future needs, wants, and wishes. And from things like basic retirement living expenses to healthcare costs, travel budget, to helping to pay for weddings in the future, you can essentially put any kind of goal that's important to you in there. And the probability of success that shows up on your dashboard is based off of these goals that you input. Along the lines of goals, there are several tools and calculators on Adviceworks that you can access by clicking My Roadmap and My Tools that will give you access to these calculators. There are different topics like saving for a big purchase, building your emergency fund, saving for college, etc. So you can pick and choose what is most interesting or most important to you. In this example, if one of my goals is to get my credit cards paid off, I can input balances, interest rates, and the credit card companies. Then click Next, and the specific calculator will give me a strategy on which card to prioritize. I can play with how much I can pay toward them each month, and it will give me a payoff date based off of how much I'm paying toward them. So that's just one example of the calculators available to you on your Adviceworks portal. There are many different calculators for different categories and different goals too. Adviceworks also allows us to plan for more complex financial scenarios. So we can take into consideration more complex planning, like what would happen to your goals that you've input if you or your spouse passes away. We can run different scenarios, like one, if you needed long-term care, to see how that might impact your assets and your probability of success. We can consider more complex Social Security claiming strategies. And if necessary, we can get into the weeds when it comes to tax planning and projections in partnership with your CPA or your tax preparer. So in this specific example, this is an example of a more complex planning scenario. I've brought up the long-term care cost estimator that does a really great job projecting the cost of care for, in this example, this is me at age 85 for 3 years, needing care for at-home care for 8 hours a day for 3 years. And these costs are based off of the average costs in Los Angeles. So age 85 is a while from now. So that cost growing at 4.5% annually makes that cost kind of a lot in the future. But by projecting the cost, I can input this expense into my plan and see if it's a threat to derailing my plan. And if not, then great. If so, I can begin to put the necessary vehicles in place now to try to minimize the impacts that large cost might have on me and my loved ones and or my estate. So things like not just long-term care, but many different other scenarios we can account for within your plan. On Adviceworks, you can also store and share documents in your online secure vault. The shared vault enables you to securely collaborate with me, Alex, and Brandon without having to email private documents back and forth. So you can upload files to different folders that you can create, like tax documents, employee benefits information, 401k investment options, 401k statements. If I'm helping you manage your 401k from afar, you can link that so I can see it updated on a daily basis. Old life insurance policy information, kind of everything financial related. And then the private vault, so that's a shared vault. The private vault also allows you to securely store things like passports, wills, trusts, or any other documents that you wish to upload, giving you convenient access from any device at any time to access these documents. These documents in the private vault cannot be accessed by myself, Alex, Brandon, or Satara. Only you have access to these files and folders. So if that darn Google Drive or Google Photos is yelling at you to buy storage, this might be a really great option. If you prefer to get your documents online, including your statements, quarterly performance reports, confirmations, prospectuses, you can opt into that. The default is to mail everything, as many of you might know. But by changing to e-delivery, that will also save you $3 a quarter for paper statements. If necessary, you can always access your documents on your portal and print them from home if you'd like. Of course, it would take your ink and stuff like that you have to pay for yourself, but you can kind of make it however you'd like from there. Once you, let's see, sorry, go back here. To change to e-delivery, once you're on your portal, on the top right-hand corner, click your name and click account settings. Then scroll down and click choose e-delivery for all. And you will no longer receive mail, with a few exceptions that are required by our regulatory body to be sent to you via mail. We can minimize it as much as possible with the things that we can, but some things will inevitably come via mail. We've gone through kind of already many ways that Adviceworks would make collaboration between you and I very easy, but just kind of wanted to go through this overview of the different tools that make collaboration really great. You have access to the tools and calculators on the left-hand side that we've reviewed. And then you also have access to your bigger picture and your overall financial plan that you can check in on at any time on the right-hand side. And that leads us to the last section here, that you're able to measure your progress in real time at any point in time. So if you go to My Roadmap and click Compare Scenarios, you can play with different retirement ages, spending needs, rates of return, savings rates, etc., to see how that will affect, or each of those will affect your probability of success. So in this specific scenario, we have Susan and Matthew's retirement. And in the first scenario, we're looking at them retiring at 66 and 69. In this second scenario, Susan retires at 70 and then Matthew retires at 72. So about 3 or 4 years later than they planned in the first scenario. But you can see that lands Susan and Matthew within the green section, which is the confidence zone. So you can kind of play with different retirement ages, your different after-tax need for income, and see how that affects things based off of the probability of success. And the probability of success just means out of 1,000 different possibilities, 1,000 different scenarios, how many of those 1,000 different scenarios is your situation successful? So it takes into consideration different market scenarios and all of that. So kind of just a good big picture look at whether or not you'll be able to achieve your goals. And so Adviceworks, again, is designed to help bring clarity to your big financial picture, no matter what it looks like today, so that you and I are on the same page, and that so we can better align your strategy with your goals. So again, I encourage you to get onto your portal, explore how you want to use it. Some clients like to use it just to check on their account values. Others like to use it to make as accurate as possible their goals and kind of get into the nitty gritty of specifically what things will look like for each year. And so it's kind of up to you to customize how you want to use that. But with this webinar today, I just wanted to show you kind of like the maximum capabilities of what you have at your disposal in terms of collaboration and technology. So